So friends, besides profitability, liquidity and insolvency, the fourth number that plays a very important role in any business organization is efficiency in utilization of fixed assets. Efficiency in utilization of fixed assets. So remember, profitability is important, solvency is important, liquidity is also important. At the same time, what is more important is how efficiently the business is utilizing its assets, particularly the fixed assets in this context. Why? Because जितना एक बिजनेस अपनी एसेट्स को यूज़ करके ज़्यादा टर्नओवर जनरेट करेगा, उतना ज़्यादा उस बिज़नेस का ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट होगा, उतना ज़्यादा उस बिज़नेस की सेल्स होगी और उतना ज़्यादा उस बिज़नेस का ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट होगा। और जितना एक बिज़नेस का ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट होगा उतना ज़्यादा अट्रैक्टिव वो बिज़नेस ऑटोमेटिकली बन जाता है। अब सवाल ये है कि हाउ टू फिगर आउट द एफिशिएंसी ऑफ अ बिज़नेस। कैसे मालूम करें कि कोई बिज़नेस की एफिशिएंसी कैसी है in using the assets that the business has. So let me give you an example. So there are two companies, and there is a company A and there is a company B. As you can see, company A is having a sales of 1000, company B is having sales of 2000. Company A has got a fixed assets of 100 and company B has got the fixed assets of 300. So without disclosing the answer, if I would ask you as to which of these two companies in your view is doing better than the other, apparently you would have thought for a while before giving the answer, and it is quite likely that you would think that it is company B which is doing better than company A, because the turnover of company B is 2000 whereas the turnover of company A is just 1000. But if you analyze these numbers in the context of the fixed assets that these two companies have, I'm sure you will change your answer. And why will you change your answer? Because the moment you look at these sales figures of these two companies in the context of fixed assets, you would realize that the efficiency of company A is much better than the efficiency of company B. And why is that the efficiency of company A is much better than company B? And that is because since the sales of company A is 1000 and sales of company and the fixed assets of company A is 100, that means company A is able to turn its assets around, fixed assets around 10 times, whereas the same number in case of company B, if you look at, you will see company B is able to generate a sales of 2000 on the strength of the fixed assets which are 300. But it means what? It means that company B is able to turn its fixed assets around only 6.67 times. So when you compare the turnaround ratio or the turnover ratio of company A and company B, you will come to the conclusion that company A is able to generate the assets 10 times, is able to turn the assets around 10 times, and whereas company B is able to do it only 6.67 times, and therefore the performance of company A is better than company B. So this is one ratio which is known as efficiency ratio. It is also known as activity. These ratios are also known as activity ratio or turnover ratio or efficiency ratio, because what you do in these ratios, you use the turnover and you use the sales. So turnover is turnover, sales is your activity, and जितना ज़्यादा turnover ratio होगा उतनी ज़्यादा efficiency होगी, and that is why these ratios are also referred as efficiency ratios. Now there can be number of variations of these ratios. So you can calculate, number one, sales divided by the total non-current assets. That is what you can do. Number two, what you can do, you can divide the sales by the current assets, total of the current assets. That is what you can do. And number three, what you can do, you can divide the sales by the total assets. when I say total assets, it would mean the tangible assets, intangible assets, basically all the operating assets. So friends, this is all about the measurement of efficiency in utilization of fixed assets. Please remember, for any business, every business, anywhere in the world, irrespective of industry, irrespective of product, टर्नओवर रेशियो इज़ वेरी वेरी क्रिटिकल. तो जो कंपनी अपनी एसेट्स को जितना ज़्यादा बार टर्न अराउंड करेंगे, उन कंपनीज़ की उतनी अच्छी प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी होगी, ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट होगा. और जिस कंपनी का जितना अच्छा ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट होगा, उस कंपनी की उतनी ज़्यादा कैपेसिटी होगी SG&A को एब्जॉर्ब करने की, इंटरेस्ट कॉस्ट को एब्जॉर्ब करने की. And that means this company will have so much of extra cash available with it. With that cash, this company can undertake lot of expansion programs, diversification programs and things like that. So this is how you will measure efficiency in utilization of the fixed assets. उम्मीद है आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया होगा. अपने विचारों से हमें अवश्य अवगत कराएं. थैंक यू.